Hi, and welcome to the next in our series of the 12 Days of Christmas. Today we are going to be making 2 gift card holders that you can put together to give to friends and family, and it will be a nice way to give them a gift card that isn't just something generic. So with that, let's get started. Our first one is going to be using the Sentimental Wishes set, and it will also be using the dies in that as well. And then we use the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. One of the things that's nice is the dies actually cut out some of the Designer Series paper, so that is how I was able to cut out this stocking. So to give you a few of the details of the measurements, I'm not going to go through each one, because if you join my email list by going to inkycreationsbylynda.com, the recipe card for this will be emailed out later today around 5:30. But for right now, I will give you the card-based measurements, and then all of the other stuff will be on the recipe card. So the first one is a piece of basic beige, and this is scored at 3 6 inches, and the measurements are 4 1/4 by 9. And so we are going to burnish that. So we are going to go this way, and then we will fold it this way. And then our actual card base is going to be Poppy Parade, and the measurements for it are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So with that, we are then going to take a piece of our Designer Series paper that has already been cut, and we are going to glue this onto this Poppy Parade card base. I love the paper in this Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. It's very vintage, and it just gives it almost like an old-fashioned Christmas appearance. So next, we're going to take a piece of Poppy Parade, and we're going to put this in the middle of this set. So I'm just going to glue this flat. And you can use Stampin' Seal if that's your preference. You will see that on some of our projects today, I will use the Stampin' Seal, but sometimes I like the glue because it gives me the ability to still move things around a little bit if I want to make them straight. All right. So next we're going to assemble the part that is going to hold the gift card. So I have taken another piece of basic beige, and I have run it through the embossing machine using the Dashing Designs embossing folder. That's really it's just really pretty. It's got some pretty patterns to it. So we're going to glue this to the top of our base. So the way you want this one is flat, and then you have this and this. So before we glue this down, we're actually going to stamp on this middle part, but I'll go ahead and glue, I'll go ahead and glue the embossed piece on the top. So let's do that. I do like to use the regular glue, the liquid glue, whenever I'm adhering something that's been embossed, because it just seems to get down in the grooves and grab it just a little better. So let's put this on here. All right. Adhere that. All right, so before we put this down, I'm going to set this off to the side. I want to stamp in this middle part, let's celebrate the season. So we are going to use Poppy Parade ink. And we are going to stamp that. And then I'll leave our ink out because we're going to use it again in a minute. And then on the top, we'll go ahead and do the other stamping as well. There's going to be a greeting that says, "Have a very Merry Christmas." So we're also going to stamp it in the Poppy Parade ink. There we go. Sometimes that one doesn't always come out straight just because it's so close to the edges of that particular die. So let me go ahead and clean these because I am going to use one of these on the next card that we do also. All right, so now what we're going to do is, before we adhere this down here, this is going to be what holds our gift card. We're going to use a 1 3/4 inch punch and just punch out a notch in the top part of this designer series paper. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have that part go to the bottom because it has the line across the bottom. So I just want to center this and then just punch out a notch. Whoops, let's go closer to here. That looks more like the center. There we go. And then we will use that as our gift card holder itself. So what I'm going to do is put some tear-in tape on the edges and the bottom of this. Obviously, you don't want to put it on the top. And you want to try to get this as close to the edge as possible, just because that gives you maximum amount of room for your gift card. So we will do this. And then we will do a strip at the bottom because we don't want it to fall out. So we'll start here, go across. I try to do just a little at a time so that I don't have too much and it doesn't overlap. I try not to overlap it. It doesn't hurt if you do, but I just find that it's better if it's not overlapped. And then we'll take the last piece off. All right, and then we're going to put this toward the bottom. Okay, so now we want to adhere this to our card and then decorate the front of it. So to do that, because I don't want this to have any kind of ability to come apart, I'm going to use tear-in tape on the back just to make sure that it doesn't, because it's a little bit stronger than the multi-purpose glue. So we're just going to take couple of strips and put this on here. I'll do one more. I love the tear-in tape. It's not something I use on all of my cards, but when you need something just a little stronger, it's nice to have that option. So, all right, and then we are just going to take this and kind of adhere this to the center of this piece of Poppy Parade. and then press it down real good. And then that goes there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our stocking and put it up here in the corner, and then we'll take our greeting and put it over here at an angle. So I'm going to use dimensionals to pop this up. So we will take a few dimensionals for this. And I'm going to put this at a slight angle just to kind of give it a little bit of interest. And then we will do the same thing with our greeting that says, "Have a very Merry Christmas." We will put that right here. And then we are going to take one of our new online exclusive products, which is our gold twisted thread. And this is really pretty, and it's great for the holidays. I'm just going to take a double strand of this and tie a bow, so it'll give us a double bow. And the nice thing is this is pretty easy to work with, and so you can make it as long or as short as you would like it. I don't want it to be super long, but I also don't want it to be super short. So we are going to trim this off. Oops, that side's a whole lot shorter. Let's trim that piece. There we go. And then we're going to use a mini glue dot. Still have this a little bit long. Sometimes it takes more than once to get it to the length that you want. And adhere this, and I'm just going to kind of put it on the stocking. And then we will take some of our Drucy embellishments, and I love these. They have a lot of sparkle to them. They're just really pretty. They come in the silver and the gold. And this is the Drucy adhesive back embellishments. So we are going to take a few of these and put these on our card front. So we'll take a big one. I don't think we need a lot because it's already got some pretty aspects to it. And we'll just stick another one right there. And obviously you can always put more or less than what you would like. So this is, and then you can take your gift card and just stick it in underneath your DSP. And just put it right here. That's why you want to make sure you get your your tear and tape all the way to the edges to make sure you have plenty of room. So then it will just open up like this, and it's nice because you still have room to write a little message, or you could use a different sentiment if you would like, but it just makes for a nice little gift card. So we have one more to put together to give you an idea. So let me grab it. It's a little bit different style, but certainly one that will brighten anyone's day that gets it. So on this one, I used, let me get my pieces. I used let me grab this really quick, the Take a Bow Designer Series paper. And so again, I will give you the measurements of the card base itself, But to get the individual measurements of each of the pieces, please join my email list, and I will be sending out that recipe card a little later today. So on this one, we're going to start with a garden green card base. And this is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, and then you're going to score it at 2.5 and at 6.5. Actually, I think it's 2.5 here and 6.5. So then on this one, we're actually going to fold this to where both of the pieces come to the center. So let's go ahead and use our bone folder so we can get a nice sharp crease. I just love our Christmas paper this year. I think it's so pretty and just really nice and colorful, and it just has some really pretty aspects. So I'm not going to go through every one of these measurements because there's quite a few to this one, but we have a piece of real red cardstock, and then we're using the Take a Bow DSP, and I am going to put this together and adhere this to the top. I think my glue is running low. We may have to snag another one before this is over. I think I will do that right now. Do you go through a lot of adhesive, especially this time of year? I find that it's really easy to do that just because with making Christmas cards and putting lots of little projects and tags and all of that together, it's very easy to run low. All right, so then we are going to adhere this to the top part of our gift card holder. So let's do that. Yeah, this is coming out a little more fluid now. All right, and then our next piece, we have a piece of white, basic white cardstock along with the Take a Bow, and we're going to use the red side, and we're going to glue it to the white cardstock and put it down on the bottom. I think this real red with the white polka dots is just really fun for the holidays. It kind of gives it a little bit of a whimsical feel, which is always kind of nice to see. All right, and then you're also going to have another piece of white that's going to go up here, but before we adhere that, we're going to stamp on that. So let's go ahead and adhere this one first, and then we'll do our stamping. So we will put some glue back here. The nice thing about these gift card holders is you can use whatever paper you already have. Obviously, if you want it to look just like these, you can get the Take a Bow or Take Bow, however you'd like to pronounce it. But I really like being able to adapt these to whatever you have on hand. So on the inside, we're going to stamp in Garden Green, Have a Very Merry Christmas. And then on the front, we're going to use this stamp from the Festive Words that says, My Gift to You, which is really fun. So we're going to use Garden Green ink for both of these. So let's grab that. And we will stamp Have a Very Merry Christmas on this first piece that's going to go on the inside. And I did try to stamp it a little higher up just so there would be room underneath if you wanted to write a message or if you wanted to make sure they could see the gift card. I don't think this is a problem on this one, but sometimes it is. And then this one just says, my gift to you. And we are going to just stamp this on the front of this. This is a really cute set. You could color in these images if you would like, or you can just stamp them. I think they look nice, just stamped, but I think they would be really cute if you decided to color them also. So now we're going to put this part together. So we're going to just put some glue on the back of this and adhere this to the top so that whenever you put your gift card in, they see your message. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue around this. And the reason I do this before I put the tear and tape on is so I can fold that flap back like I just did. It just makes it a little easier to work with it. You could do it after, whoops. But I just find that it's a little easier if you do it before. See, this is why I like the liquid glue, because like my cardstock just slipped on me a little and I was able to pull it back because it hadn't dried yet. So now we're going to put some tear and tape on this. On this one, we just need to put it on the two sides so that they do not come up. So I'm going to use this, and again, just put it as close to the edge as you can. You can go all the way to the top if you would like. I usually just want to make sure that I get a good strong seal on this so that it doesn't come off. Then we will peel off the other side. This double stick is really nice for this. And then we are just going to take this and fold this up and press it down. And then it's nice because then if you have a gift card, you can just slide it in here and put it like that. And then if you want to write a message, there's still room, or you could even leave this blank and then write your message on that. All right, so to decorate our front, we are going to take our stamped image and put it in the middle of our garden green glimmer paper, which is really pretty, and then we're going to attach that to the front. So let's do that. Do you have all of your shopping done yet for the holidays? I do not have all of it done. I do have a little bit, but I am hoping to finish up in the next week so that I don't have to keep thinking about it. All right, and then I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal and put some of that on the back of this to make this a little easier to adhere. And so you'll want to just put some on the top. Now I usually put a couple of rows. Another thing you can do is put a little bit right here at the bottom so that you can make sure the bottom part gets adhesive on it also, and yet you didn't have to, I think that's about the center. You didn't have to guess where that was on the back of your label. So now we're going to take our Drucy embellishments and just embellish this. So we will put one right up here. I think these Drucy embellishments are so pretty because they just add a little sparkle without being overbearing. Then you can put one up in the corner. And so this is our second gift card holder. And it's just, like I said, it's nice because you can use whatever paper that you have. So here are the two gift card holders that we did today. Let us know in your comments, or let me know which one is your favorite. And hopefully you will join my email list And then if you do, you will get the measurements for everything that it takes to put these together later today. Also, this month I shouldn't say this month, for the next few days, I am offering an order special. If you order by Wednesday, December 11th, of $35 or more, you will get a mystery box that will contain quite a bit of product, and it varies depending on the size of your order. In the email will be listed, I think if you do 35, you get either a free ribbon or embellishment. If you do 50, you will get both. And then if your order is more than that, you'll get a mystery box that will contain all of that, plus probably some paper and some different embellishments and ribbons and different items. The majority of these will be current. Some will be retired. So if you would like to place your order by Wednesday the 11th using this host code for any of these products, then I will send you your mystery box next week. Again, in case you're wondering, because I don't know that I said this, but the 2 stamp sets that I used today are Sentimental Wishes and Festive Words. And the Sentimental Wishes also has dies that cut out the stockings from the Sentimental Christmas paper. And then this was the Take a Bow paper. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.